YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Kristen, and today I want to talk about some life updates that have happened since I last posted. Well, not since I last posted, because my last post is all about my lock update. So 3 things I'm going to talk about today is a family update, a business update, and a book update. Okay, for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome, and I hope that you find a reason to stay and subscribe. But for those of you who don't know me and need an update, my name is Kristen. I am a teacher, I'm an author, I'm an influencer, I'm a mother, and on this channel I talk about everything from motherhood to self-care tips and more. Originally my channel started out with following my lock journey. I'll get it out one day. And then it transitioned to me vlogging about my experiences as a Black woman living abroad. And then I went into talking about motherhood and self-care tips and all those wonderful things. Since my life is taking a couple of transitions, I will still talk about a lot of those things in terms of motherhood and self-care, but adding on a couple more elements to that. All right. For those of you who don't know and who don't follow me on social media or who do not know me personally, I had another baby. Yes, I had another baby. And he is currently 7 weeks old. His name is Caden Jace. He was 7 pounds, 5 ounces at birth and 21 inches long. I have now a 15-year-old and a newborn. I feel completely blessed, just overflowing with blessings and abundance. So I am just so grateful and thankful to God for blessing me. I've always wanted more children, and you never know when it will happen and when, God will continue to open up those doors for you. And so motherhood honestly has been, starting over for me has been a lot. And, I'm doing things a lot differently than I did with my son, such as breastfeeding. I'm home a lot more. I'm definitely more patient and have a different mindset regarding motherhood. And I will be using this channel to share some of those different elements of motherhood, mothering a newborn and also having such a large gap between my children. Another thing is I am 40, so I got pregnant at 40 years old. So for those of you who are still looking to have children and you're close to 40 or over 40 and you just wonder if it ever happened for you, I'm a living testimony that it can and will, unless you have other things that may be prohibiting, but absolutely it is completely possible to have a baby over 40 and a healthy baby at that. I didn't have any complications during my pregnancy. And he's just a beautiful blessing. So he's asleep right now, so I'm rushing through this to make sure that he stays asleep while I record this video. Definitely drop some questions down for me in the comment section that you have for me about motherhood over 40, mothering a newborn, a big age gap, starting over, and all those wonderful things, just to give me some ideas for content moving forward. The second thing that I wanted to talk about was my new business. So I had never actually made a YouTube post about this, but I started a body butter and body oil business about almost 2 years ago, back in 2020 when the pandemic was getting started. And I've always been my who, what, when, where, why about the business is that I've always been interested in skincare and the health of skin, and also holistic care and self-care. And so I wanted to create a product and an experience for my future customers that would give them the feeling of being able to not only pamper yourself, but taking care of your skin and naturally. So what happened was, when I moved to Vegas back in 2016, I noticed that whatever products that I was using on my skin just weren't really working for me. All the store-bought products, my skin would be very dry at the end of the day, and I just wasn't feeling really satisfied. So I started doing my own research, and I started to experiment with mixing different oils, different butters together to see what would happen. And so then I noticed that some of my family members were also having some of the same complications with dry skin. So I tried it on them, and they loved it, and they started seeing results. And then I said, well, you know what? Why don't I open this up to my other friends and, see what happens with that? I started sending out demo products to friends that I know, and they absolutely loved it. And so then I decided, you know what? Why not open this up and to create a business? So in July 2020, my birthday month, I created Buttered in Bliss all natural body treats. And the mission, of course, is my mission, of course, is just to remind you of the importance of self-care. Self-care is not an option, it is a priority. That is my tagline. If you are a woman or a man, primarily my target audience is women who have not only just dry skin, but really want to make an extra effort to take care of their skin, to feel pampered, to feel good about themselves. I create body butters and body oils, and you can use these during your bath time, your shower time, your self-care Sunday time, whatever, just to make you feel just amazing. I have different scents and different types of oils that I use. Here is one of our products called Give Me Some Sugar. This is a body butter, and you can just see it for texture purposes. So body butter is really good. Like if you have really dry skin, and it's a really thick cream that you can put on. It has a combination of shea butters, mango butters, and different essential oils as well. We also have a body oil that's a little lighter, and I recommend the body oils for the summer as well. So again, if you have any questions from me, definitely drop down in the comments about body butters and body oil. You can check us out at butteredandbliss.com. And you can also join our email list for more information, discounts, offers, and more. I'm also on Instagram at Buttered and Bliss, and I'm on Facebook as well as Buttered and Bliss. Last and final thing that I want to talk about is my new book. So for those of you who did not know, I wrote a book in 2018 called You Are Not a Mess, Reclaiming Your Self-Worth in the Midst of Brokenness. And basically this book is about my experiences of going back and forth in toxic and trauma-bound relationships because I did not know my self-worth. So I was attracting the same type of men in my life because I did not fully love myself. I don't blame other people always for the trauma that I go through. Sometimes we have to put the blame on ourselves and realize where is our healing still needed. So I needed a lot more healing to do, and I was just jumping in and out of these relationships without being self-aware. And so I just wanted to write a book to remind women of their self-worth so that they were not making the same mistakes that I was, and also reminding them that no matter what you've gone through, you are not a mess, okay, girl? That you can get your shit together and that everything is going to be all good. It's about what you think about yourself and how you feel about yourself that matters. And in that, you will start attracting the right type of men for you. So now I'm working on another book called I Thought I'd Be Married Already. And so if you know me, you know I've always wanted to be married. Although I'm in a relationship now, a very serious relationship, I am not married, but that is a desire that I have had. And since I've had 2 kids now, and since I've gone through relationships and gone through healing, I look at marriage a lot differently, and I look at how my thoughts about getting married are. I know initially my thoughts about being married was more from a status standpoint of just because everybody else was doing it, and I thought that's what I was supposed to do to be accepted. And honestly, I have a totally different perspective. So you have to check this book out on what my perspective is. And also it's for women who are just like me, who just desire marriage, but they are in their single season right now and are neglecting so many parts of themselves because they are not focused on healing and getting better and loving more on themselves prior to introducing another person in their life. Even if you have someone in your life, it is still very important that we focus a lot of that energy and desires of this marriage back into ourselves and really equip ourselves with what we need in order to be the most successful wife and partner that we can be. And so I kind of get into different elements of our lives, such as self-care and our relationship with God and our relationship with family and our relationship with our health and our relationship with mental wellness and all these other things, our finances, our children, all these things that I talk about, how we can reconnect with those aspects of our life and really have a solid foundation in those prior to getting ourselves in a marriage. Because a lot of times women will get caught up in marriage and lose themselves or not really know who they are, and then you're becoming someone's wife and not really understanding what that looks like. So I am excited about that because writing is one of the things that I enjoy doing a lot, and I just look forward to sharing that with you and hopefully helping someone in the process, because that is the goal here. Everything that I do regarding entrepreneurship, business, book writing, and more, and of course producing these videos on YouTube are to help you and to help enhance your life in some way. So those are some of the life updates that are going on with me. Definitely if you have questions for me or want to know specific things or want me to make videos on specific things, drop those down in the comments. You can also send me a message. You can also email me at shethrivesnow@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Buttered and Bliss. On Instagram, I'm also there at She Thrives Now for my personal channel. So thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next video. All right.